Sanmonan, igama lami Sipho Sihle, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm gonna be talking about South African women and giving them praise about their history in South Africa and their presence. And I want to, lay down on why South African women I think are the best women, you know, are one of the best women you can find in the world. Not okay. Let me just not just rephrase that, but in spirit, in heart. Okay, some of them are now influenced by the Western culture, all that. But I'm talking about the original one because those one are not original anymore. I'm talking about a heart of a black South African woman. So let's go back in the past. Let's take it to the past first. Um, in the past, South African women, we have a matriarchy too. We have matriarch in some of the places in South Africa, like Limpopo, and Queen Mjaji, and Auntie's Shaga's aunt was the closest to power. It's Mkabai, if I'm not mistaken. It's Mkabai. Was the closest and was one of the people who killed Shaka, King Shaka. So you understand that South African women are hands-on. They are very hands-on. Let's take it a bit forward. A bit forward in apartheid. South African South African women played a major role. They were the ones who protested against Amadompas. They banned the Dompas, and that's why we have Women's Day in South Africa. We have Women's Day because of South African women are stones, are like stones. They say wathinta abafazi wathinta imbokodo, meaning you touch a woman, you touch a stone. So let's also go a bit forward. Why they don't like standing behind a man. That's what I've realized. They don't stand. You can see even in the videos that lady of PA and and the minister that talked about smoke out the illegal miners. Some say she looked mean and ruthless, and yeah, that's what you get. South African women are really not the one to be played with. They've been through so much. They have, a heart of a stone. They are the ones during apartheid who opened spaza shops and taverns. The shebeens were opened by women. The women who their men ran away because they were the apartheid government wanted to kill most of the men, and most of parties were banned, and women fed their family through shebeens and spaza shop. So it just says a lot. There are many events of history where South African women show strength. And if you have a South African woman, you know that's you it's you don't have if you don't have that kind of relationship where it's yes, 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 yes. Which what I love the most. That's what I love the most. I don't want a woman who says yes, 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 everything. That's a stupid woman. When it's time for action, you can stand beside me or behind me, and but when we talk, when we discuss things, when you have to say something, you really have to say something on what you think. It might be opposing what I think we should do, but that's what I like. That's what I like. Being opposed. Being opposed meaning you have the capacity to think outside of yourself. You have the capacity to not just think about the thoughts that you are thinking, but to also allow somebody else's thoughts to come to you so you can interpret them, so you can have more options. So when you execute, you know that if I execute this way, I should also expect things like this because of you have two sides. That's why I think South African women are very, very important to South African success. You might or you might not agree. Okay, let's go forward. South African white women. Let's talk about white now. White women in South Africa were the ones who were protesting against the apartheid regime. Helen Suzan was a woman, that the one that formed DA. So you understand like the South African women, how they are like as a whole, like how this country has conditioned black and white. They are just rebellion. They rebel because of their history. Okay, let's take it back. When the other trauma the South African woman faced in the 90s to early 2000, South African women were massacred. You know, they were massacred by South African men. That's what hurts me. Abo, who's this guy? Moses Sithole. You know, we have serial killers. We had serial killers in South Africa when South Africa was transitioning, because of the in that time there was a lot of corruption, there was lots of crimes, there was just mess because of his transition of power. Most of our women were killed, and were killed in large numbers by a single South African man, and the cycle continues. The struggle for power between men and women in South Africa. So this the power, uh, the resistance, the rebellion spirit that has been embedded in South African women has made them to sound or to look or to be a rebellion to and to the laws, and sometimes it pass over in the houses. It pass over in the houses. So I think that spirit is it's a very good spirit. But now it's time to know how to use the monster. You know, I think it's good, like Jordan Peterson said, it's good to be a monster. And it's necessary to be a monster and know how to control that monster than to be docile. You know, So I think we have created a South African men, black and white. We have created a monster out of this woman. I'm glad white. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in their community, but I'm